It looks a little bit like a Stauffer. I mean, especially the headstock, and there's a beautiful detail here. But the body is a little bit wider than I think, normal Stauffer. So I don't know if it's, like a custom build or based on another type of Stauffer, maybe with a larger body. I'm not exactly sure, but it's beautiful, beautifully constructed. You can see the binding around the sides, obviously, the headstock, and this gold sort of detail up there, and then you got this beautiful wood on the back and sides. Look at that. Yeah, so it's thin bodied. I think the scale is a bit smaller. I'm guessing 630, but I don't know for sure. Maybe we'll put these details, in the website if we can find the precise details of these things. So here we go. So this is going to be very different. This is not obviously not attempting to get that big pianistic modern sound. It's attempting to get the sort of tone aesthetic of the 19th century, which is more usually warmer, more lyrical. I think it is. It's very lyrical. Each string, there's the first string. I think it was Aguado who said each string should have a different, quality and character. Second string, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. So yeah, each string is quite distinctive. But then, yeah, at the same time, they do blend together as well. So now these tuning pegs are a bit different. They're easy to tune though, so I like that. If you've ever tried using, they're not peg. Well, actually, they sort of are pegs, aren't they? Anyway, they're a bit different to the standard machine heads. So it could take a bit of getting used to, but very easy to tune. It's just a bit weird because the first string is at the bottom here, and then second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. So I turn that clockwise, go sharper. Here's a little bit of Adelita. Absolutely gorgeous, very evocative. It reminds me of a quote by Katharina Pratten, who was one of the leading guitarists in the 19th century in London, and I've had the pleasure of meeting people who have her guitars and who are connected, who are doing some research about her in London. But she had a little quote in one of her method books, The School for Guitar. She said that although the guitar does not possess the volume of the piano and the violin, it has its revenge in its delicate sweetness. I just thought that was such a great quote. And nowadays with modern guitars, they don't always necessarily have that kind of revenge. Now they're almost matching. If you play with a violin on a modern guitar, it's not really that different in terms of volume so much. But if you played something like this against a modern violin, or even against a violin maybe a lot of violinists use, like Stradivarius violins were from this period, or even earlier. So, you know, the violin hasn't really changed much in construction. So if you played this against a modern, you know, against a typical violin, it's probably going to get overpowered quite easily. And that's why if you do play duets, you see that, you know, if the guitar plays something like a solo part, then the violin part will come right back. And then when the guitar is doing the accompaniment, you know, it's usually like, you know, things like that. It's just to create the fullest sound possible, really. So anyway, so yeah, so what about a little bit of Lagrima? Whoa, listen to that. So lyrical. Tarrega, you know, Tarrega was using, he wasn't using this kind of guitar, so, but Tarrega was writing in the style of Chopin, who was a little, you know, from the sort of generation before him, and that's when guitarists were playing these instruments like Stauffer and Lecotte and Panormos. So Tarrega was, of course, playing the Torres guitars that he helped to make into the modern guitar that we know today. So it's a little bit of Lagrima. Oh, very nice, huh? Oops. Something it does take a bit of getting used to. So the body here, it does meet at the 12th fret, but it's got an elevated fingerboard, and it, I don't know, I kind of get a bit confused between the 12th and the 13th fret, so it takes a bit of getting used to. I'd probably put a dot on the 12th fret. Wow. Very nice.
Thank you.